SEIKO, Rolex, TUDOR, IWC, Zenith. My friends, in today's watch collection you really can find quite a lot of interesting pieces, so without further ado, let's check out Ernst's watch collection. Let's go! Hi, hello and welcome my friends to this really interesting watch collection review. A big shout out to Ernst, who was so kind sending in videos about his collection. Ernst, thanks a lot. And my friends, I'm eager to learn about your opinion. What do you think about this collection and what would you add? To me it's going to be very difficult because I think this collection is already very complete. Anyways, let's check out the collection, talk about what we could add there, and I hope you have really fun with this video. Watch number one I would like to talk about is an IWC Portuguese 7 days, and this was a watch you can maybe mistake for a chronograph because we do have here two sub-dials. On the one hand we do have here the 7-day power reserve indicator, and on the other side we do have the small second. The IWC Portuguese is a very iconic piece from IWC. In the past I did think about adding such a watch also to my collection. For me the IWC is a very elegant watch, so I like it, I appreciate it, but not on my wrist. Still, I think it adds perfectly to Ernst's collection and is a very interesting watch to have. Watch number two is as well a very iconic watch. We do talk, of course, here about the Tag Heuer Monaco, which was refreshed recently with a Heuer 02 movement and also a green dial option. Anyways, Ernst has here the earlier iteration, the very classic Monaco with a blue leather strap, sunburst blue dial, white sub-dials, red stop sack. This watch is a classic for watch collectors. I'm aware that not everybody fancy the square case. I like it quite a lot. I also like the domed sapphire crystal. So for this Tag Heuer chronograph, 2 thumbs up. Dress watch, chronograph, dive watch. It's a Steinert Ocean 2, and I'm really happy to see this because it's not the normal expected Steinert homage watch. No, it's a watch with a very unique design. I like the bezel inlay, I like the lume which is used there on the bezel as well as on the dial. The finish itself is made very well too, so big props for the Steinert. Definitely a cool piece for everyday carry. It looks sporty, elegant, and I really do like this Steinert. Not long time ago I made a video about which Omega you should add to your collection, the Seamaster or the Speedmaster. Well, Ernst has both of them in his collection. Let's start with the Omega Seamaster 300 dial bar with a blue dial, blue bezel of course, and a blue rubber strap. But it isn't the regular blue rubber strap from Omega for the Seamaster, it's the Aquaterra one. I made a live with my good friend Benedict, and we were asked whether the blue of the Aquaterra strap matches the blue of the Omega Seamaster, and from my point of view it does match. So big props for having this watch in this configuration in your collection, Ernst. And the Speedmaster in the collection is of course a sapphire sandwich version, the same version I do have with a sapphire crystal on the top and on the bottom, where you can check out the beautiful decorated 1863. I do have the watch by myself, and I think if you have both of them in the collection it makes sense to have the classical moon watch in black and add to that one the Seamaster in blue on the rubber strap. So perfect combination from my point of view. No, Mr. B isn't the biggest dress watch fan, but this one is really a beauty. The Zenith Captain Windsor annual calendar, a very interesting piece. The dial itself is gorgeous in combination with the blued hand and of course with the complication. We do have here an annual calendar complication, a watch you can see or will see so often, so I appreciated it quite a lot. Looks perfectly fine on the leather strap, and it's a dress watch which really fascinates me as well. So this one is a beauty. If you are looking for the one and only watch in your life, well, check out Citizen. This one is a perpetual calendar, eco drive, radio controlled, set at one time and you never have to worry again about it. It too has a sporty, elegant feel to it. I think it's very well made. With Citizen you can't go wrong, can you? This one as well is a classic, the Satina DS Action Diver with a Powermatic aiding movement inside. I do like the green second hand, and come on, this one is a classic for the one guy who has already plenty of higher end watches in the collection, for the one guy who would like to start a watch collection. I think this piece is for everyone, and it's a pretty cool dive watch. Another icon in the collection, I do talk of course here about the Maurice Lacroix Aiken chronograph. A very solid piece, loved by a lot of guys with an integrated bracelet or option for an integrated rubber strap or leather strap. It's a cool piece. It was very well received by watch collectors, and I think for this one I can give 2 thumbs up. I think you can more and more understand why it's going to be difficult to recommend to Ernst the watch, because the next one is a Grand Seiko. The Grand Seiko GMT, beautiful bezel, beautiful finish, a little bit bigger. It's of course more on the sporty side, and you do have in this collection already very different watches, very different designs, very different technologies, and we're not done yet. So big props Ernst for the Grand Seiko GMT. Let's talk about the Biden watch in Ernst watch collection. The Rolex Datejust 41 with a steel bezel, sunburst blue dial and Jubilee bracelet. I myself prefer the Datejust with a steel bezel on the Oyster bracelet, but still this look does grew on me a little bit. It looks alright, and I think it's the sport watch in Ernst collection, and taking into consideration which watches he already has there, it's a very good match. Well, you might say there is a Pepsi maybe missing in the collection. Ernst does have also a Pepsi. We do talk here about the TUDOR Black Bay GMT with a Pepsi bezel. I think it does work very well together with the Grand Seiko GMT. Both do sport real GMT movements, and you can see sort of a trend in the collection. Ernst like really classic pieces, iconic pieces, complications, calendar complications. So my friends, let's check out now what we maybe could add here. My friends, I mentioned already in the beginning, this collection is very complete, so it's very difficult to make any recommendations. You do have different technologies, different brands, different designs. Anyways, laying back a little bit, I do see one brand more or less missing. Well, there are a lot of brands missing, but in particular I would see here a Breitling Navi timer, because I don't see sort of a pilot's watch in this collection. And another timer is itself a classic. If you don't fancy that one too much, check out the Breitling Chronomat, or maybe the new released Breitling Super Chronomat, because this one you can get also not with a perpetual calendar, but with a 4-year calendar complication. It's an interesting piece. If you can pull it off, it definitely would make sense. Talking pilots watches, why not checking again out IWC? They do have the big pilot. It's huge, but on the other hand, a pilot's watch is supposed and also allowed to be a little bit on the bigger side, and I think it would also work very well with this collection. And the third watch I would like to recommend is a sports watch, but maybe also a pilot's watch, the Cartier Santos. Here with a white dial in steel, or the black version with a black rubber strap. This would work perfectly with the Datejust, and I think also would be an icon or classic which would find its own place in Ernst collection. Alright my friends, this concludes today's watch collection review, and I'm really eager to learn about your opinion. What do you think about the collection? What do you think about my recommendations, and which watches would you suggest to add to this one? Leave a comment in the comment section below and share this with the community and me. I look forward to read you there, my friends. I look forward to see you in the next one, and stay tuned, because Breitling did send in for a review the new Breitling Super Chronomat. I have the regular Super Chronomat and also the calendar version, so stay tuned for the review. My friends, I wish all of you now a very happy weekend, a good start into the new week. Look forward to see you in the next one. Say goodbye and auf Wiedersehen. Euer Konstantin. Ciao guys.